historically speaking. Happy still has the upper hand, but 1-0 has been doing pretty well lately. Well, let's take a look and start into our first map of our grand final. Hold on, who's Happy is blue? Yes? Yes. Happy here in the blue. Starting map. Springtime. And we see mirrored builds here. Ted Fiend opening. The old standard will be played here once more. Happy's Graveyard is faster. Wait a minute. Is this a different build? No, right? It's just... I'm a bit confused right now. Graveyard being a little bit later shouldn't make a difference. Starting off with the DK. A little bit of Skelly creeping. And a fast tier 2. Oh. Second Necro.
Players' forces are under attack.
Wait. Necro before tech? Oh, both want to get the last hit. Happy secures it. Got the item as well. Mantle. Good start for him. Cost 2 coils though. That was a lot of mana. And now the tech. So this saves you 50 lumber going for a Necro. But it's like 60 more gold.
The players' forces are under attack.
Alright. All you Gamba addicts, I got you. No experience so far for 1-2-0. Heavy fighting with lots of skellies just over a couple of creeps. Second Necro is interesting, though.
A player's forces are under attack.
This is especially valuable if you are afraid that you might lose Acolytes during the tech. But in Ted Fiend Mirror, that never happens. Happy using lots of cores, as you can see here. Way more mana on 1-0, and the DK, ooh, almost surrounded. Does slip out barely. May need a Ritual Dagger soon. Great items for the Lich, by the way. Claw and Mantle. Ideal start. 1-0 got only 12 experience so far. A single Skelly has been his prize up until now. 1 coil available on 1-0. On Happy, I mean. And there we go. Got a creep finally with that coil. Very aggressive stance by 1-0 early. Oh, and Happy missed the coil last hit.
A player's forces are
That's
under
a
attack.
huge mistake by Happy. Miscalculating the damage. Rare mistake. First clear error by Happy here. And 1-0 going back to an old classic with the Naga second. Especially strong when Death Knights are low level. Oh, Happy will have to deny the Acolyte here. To open up supply. Lich second, tier 3.
A player's forces are under attack.
Very low levels here to start things off. Damage items make a big difference, both on the Naga and the Lich, and possibly also the Dark Ranger. So claws, mantles, gloves, slippers, those are the items you want to have the most out of the small ones. Orans are also nice. Mantle, Zoe Mask. Oh, first blood could be going to 1-0. Happy doesn't try to save the Fiend, notably. Was ready to deny it, though. And, oh, wait. You get the last hit? I think so. And snare though. Second fiend caught. There's going to be 2 fiends lost by Happy from this camp. A bit unlucky with the end snares, but sometimes that's the way it goes. When Happy loses 2 fiends in the early game. That's a disaster. And this is the Naga paying off. Almost a full level ahead now over the Lich.
A player's forces are under attack.
Happy selling some items. Unlucky with a second ensnare. But that's the risk you take when engaging this camp. And now Happy is way behind them tempo. With only 2 fiends, you can creep only very slowly. But Happy always gets the strongest on tier 3 every time. There's still hope.
A player's forces are under attack.
Man, taking forever for this camp though. We got Gloves of Haste now on the Naga. Quite nice for more Cold Arrow. Ooh, the Lich for Happy is super stacked, however. Claws +8 from that camp. Lady Luck seems to be on Happy's side so far.
Player's forces are under attack.
Big item here as well. 1-0 gonna pick up the Scourge Bone Chimes. Wow, that is in fact the worst item. That will be sold. Best item here will be Sobi. Not quite that lucky. It's the Lion Horn, also a good item though for Happy. Quite good, I would say. And we got a Crypt Lord 3rd for Happy. He's been playing it a bit in Undead Mirror. Can be good against Mass Fiends. Also, we've seen it a bit against Human lately. Crypt Lord 3rd. If you land the Impales well, it can be very strong. Oh, I missed the raid earlier, by the way. We had Saul Apeman, ladies and gentlemen, coming in with the raid. Thank you. Very passive game so far. Lots of creeping. And a great item here for 1-0. Ancient Django. More move speed. Talisman of Evasion could be good on the DK, maybe. Naga level 3, decent items. Lich has nothing though. Lich right clicks, not gonna be that strong. And 1-0, getting ready for an expansion. Happy seems to be a bit behind after the mid-game. Also some battle drums. Not too bad. More damage for everyone. Wants to give solo experience to the Crypt Lord as well. Wants to get him to level 3 as possible, it seems. Happy has no idea about the expansion, though. Crypt Lord 2.5. That's still far away from the level 3. Once 1-0 gets in position perfectly for the possible attack. Not sure still if he's thinking about a possible expansion. Happy going into upkeep. 1-0 will soon do the same. So far, of course, the investment in the expansion has not paid off at all yet. Oh, there's the first web. Destroyer caught right away. DK very much in trouble as well. Sick impale, by the way. Hitting all the fiends right away. There was a heal potion. Coil to save the Crypt Lord. He's a tanky fella. DK being the target again. Pulled back. Oh, Naga in trouble. Need to be careful here with the impale. Going for the Naga kill. The coil not enough to kill him. And is the DK going down? Didn't use the heal potion because the heal pod was on cooldown. 1-0 with a hot start onto this map. Is this just it? This might just be it. DK killed. More fiends now. Ready to be picked off. Naga safe there. Crucial with the invul heal scroll. Looks like 1-0 starting off with the 1-0. Happy perhaps not respecting that Naga enough. Of course, losing 2 fiends in the early game. It's very painful already. Yeah, this is kind of a smaller map. It's not like there's a ton of creeps here. I'm not sure if the Crypt Lord is the best hero for this map specifically. On Twisted Meadows, he's insanely good. On LR, I would also say he's really good. On this map, not so sure. DK positioning also could have been a bit better. A couple of things that Happy could have done a bit better here. Nova Fog Lightning, heavy damage. There's one ghoul harassing the acolytes down here. But we have a clear supply lead now. Roughly 10 supply ahead is 1-0. Happy doesn't want to give it up yet. Only 3 fiends though in his army against the 5 of the opponent. Cold Arrow actually also being a big help here. One more Destroyer morphed. It's webbed, but Happy can't take it out right away. He's trying to get this Naga kill finally, but there's a heal scroll again. Item on the ground. Another invul potion. The Naga will soon need, I guess. DK again getting targeted. And that is the kill for the second time. That surely has to be a game. GG. Map 1 goes to 1-0, who seems to be on a hot streak right here. That is his 6th map in a row today. Despite illness, despite fever, 1-0 keeps on trucking along, takes the first map against Happy. The last time the two played, by the way, was the B Cup 13 Grand Final. There it was Happy winning with 4-1. And Happy notices that this series won't be so easy. Thank you, Knusperhoden, with the donation as well. 250 says Remo. Hi. Thanks for your work, dude. Greetings to everybody watching. Thank you very much, my man. Thank you for the support. One, 2-0. Proving to be a formidable opponent today, and I think 1-0 is peaking at the right time. In the first series against Blade, we saw him make many more mistakes than he's been doing now in these last 2 series. So it looks like 1-0 has been warming up well. And now we're waiting for the next invite. What's our next map gonna be? They always take their time here in the B Cup. Like Gandalf with the halflings. Not so hasty, young Peregrine. Actually, that was Pippin impersonating Gandalf, right? When they were in the pantry of Saruman in Isengard. Smoking the leaf. What was that? What is the pipe weed called again that they were smoking? The South Farthing? Something. Was it just called the South Farthing? Old Toby. Old Toby. Old Toby from South Farthing, right? Old Toby. There we go. We got some real Lord of the Rings fans in the chat. And the long bottom leaf. I once for my birthday, I got like a pipe, like a tobacco pipe, when I was like 22, 25 maybe. And I smoked tobacco through the pipe for, I don't know, a couple of weeks, couple of months. And I noticed it tastes way better than normal cigarettes. The problem is just, you know, it's a bit of a hassle. You have to get the tobacco out, you have to put it in, then you have to smoke the pipe. But it was pretty enjoyable. It's way better than normal cigarettes. I feel like normal cigarettes are so disgusting. The absolute worst. But pipe smoking is... I'm not saying it's good. I'm certainly not saying it's healthy. But it is, in my opinion, way more enjoyable of experience. When you were 25 years old, that's a long time ago. That's kind of true. Thanks for making me feel old, by the way. That was 8 years ago. 8 years. In 2 months, I turned 34, boys. End of January. Pipe tobacco smells amazing. Do I agree with that? I don't think so. I think it's much better than cigarette smell. The fact that billions of people smoke cigarettes every day still blows my mind. It's so gross. But that's addiction for you. Hey, I know what it's like, bro. I know what it's like. I've been there. I was, for a couple of years also, addicted to cigarettes. But even then, I was almost always rolling my cigarettes. And there also, the tobacco and the taste is so much better. Like the normal Marlboros and the normal Lucky Strikes and whatever, the ones in the packs, they're just so bad. That I could never understand. That if you're smoking, at least smoke something good, you know? At least smoke pipe or roll your cigarettes at least. But no. Almost everyone is just getting those packs, which are giga gross. They just enjoy the nicotine hit. Nah, it's more than that though. If you just want to have nicotine, you can have nicotine patches. You can have nicotine like pills. It's not just the nicotine. It's the habit. It's the looking forward to it. It's the relaxation that comes with it. I think I started smoking when I was like 16, 17 in my high school years. And on the way to school in the morning, on the way to the bus, I would have my first cigarette. And back then I was a skinny, slim little guy. And I wouldn't have any breakfast, right? And just have the first cigarette like that. And dude, that would be such a head rush. I remember. My nose is driving me crazy, by the way. My nose is itching like mad, guys. You wouldn't even believe. I've been thinking about, I don't know, just putting 2 tampons in there or something. Maybe that would help. Okay, we got map number 2 here, fellas. Happy now in the red. They switch colors. 1 to 0 in the blue. Le bleu. And it's Ted Fiends again, baby. Let's go. It looks like 1 to 0. Oh, excuse me. At least judging from the first map. would love to play very aggressive, force the DKs to be low experience, and then play Naga second for mid-game tempo. It's always been a 1-0 special, so I think Happy this time is going to focus more on creeping, get that level 3 DK fast and reliable. And when you got level 3 DK, Naga second is almost not playable, because she gets coiled a couple of times and then she's dead.
A player's forces are under attack.
Should be a corpse somewhere here. Ah, there it is. We got Skellies coming out early. 1-0 secures the circlet. And looks like we're gonna have an aggressive start again. Little skink. Overly dramatic death.
Player's forces are under attack.
Happy again with the second necro. So, this certainly doesn't lead to a faster tier 2, because it costs a bunch more lumber. Does this lead to a faster tier 3? If the intention for Happy is to play Cryptlord, then this makes sense. If you play Cryptlord, you want to have tier 3 as fast as possible. Big last hit. And Happy miscalculates it again. 1-0 gets the experience, gets the mantle. One more missed coil, and Chad is going to say that Happy's washed. I know how it works. Which hero has the most overdramatic death? Has to be the Demoner. That guy rams his own blade into his chest. I don't think you can get more dramatic than that. Double mantle. Oh my, that is so lucky. That is insanely lucky. Is this on KK? Yes, this is on KK platform. High ping for both. Ping equalizer. Happy trying to steal the consumable here, but he knows 1-0 is right behind him. Coil is just in time. Oh, he almost lost the last hit, and he almost got surrounded. Bro. Happy playing a dangerous game here. One of Mana Steal is actually amazing for him. Sucky. Takes the mana. And that's level 2. Alright. And all of a sudden, it seems like Happy has the lead. Especially if he steals the last hit here. We're waiting for the second heroes. Is it going to be a Naga this time, or might just be the Lich? Both DKs are hurt. This again is where Naga is good. When there's viable targets. With enemy DK being level 1, Happy would be, like, Naga would be super strong for him. Oh, and there she is. No crypto at this game for Happy. Yeah, when you got the level lead, Naga is crazy strong. That one of mana stealing also making a huge difference here. One of the most insane items in the early game. One of mana steal. Just barely the Fiend survives. Lich is almost out, by the way. But this took a lot of mana, all the mana, to save the Fiends. Ooh, and a heal pot, maybe. Lich, though. Lich, though. He's about to be here. Happy knows Lich is about to arrive. No kills for Happy, but still big damage inflicted. Naga has worked out very well so far, but didn't get the experience lead that ideally would also like to get with her. So is the tier 3 faster now, I wonder? We check this. We check this. No. I gotta say, so far I don't see the big value of the Necro. The ones that are going for a big camp here right away. The Lich is super strong, bro. Plus 8 int. And could get even more. Robo the Magi. Screw it. And I wonder if 1-0 is going to go crypto at this game. There is a possibility. Oh my god, look at the Lich. He's got plus 21 stats. Oh, that's so sick, dude.
Player's forces are under attack.
Naga level 2, her items are decent, but not as amazing as on the other side. Ring of Regen, Ring of Protection, really good items for the DK.
Player's forces are under attack.
Pretty even game. 1-0 has recovered really well. And now it's going to be time for the Dark Ranger. Big item here, not taken out yet, by the way. Happy seems to be creeping pretty passively, waiting for his Lich. Parry apt. It's a good item for the Naga, actually. Tanking her up. But 1-0 has a bit of a level lead. Naga for Happy, no level 3 yet, but Happy has the invuln. There's an Ankh on 1-2-0. Silence only on one side, of course. The Lich for Happy could be going down right away. Invul Potion needs to be passed instantly. Trying to take out the enemy DK, but there's an Ankh. No coil from Happy. Coil now on the Lich, but that's 2 Fiends dead already. Happy's getting owned this fight. So far, at least. Naga never made it to 3. We don't have the level 2 cold arrow yet. 1-0 is owning Happy, isn't he? The right clicks here are crazy. 4 HP for the Lich to survive. Happy falling back, waiting for the silence to wear off. Losing a statue as well. 1-0 is mopping the floor with Happy so far. Silence, right clicks, next Fiend goes down. My. 1-0, maybe you should try to get a fever more often. Happy despite the Naga second with a later level 3. That's never the way it's supposed to work. 1-0 was also blessed with insane items, but that's not the only relevant story in this game. Can Happy somehow maneuver his way out of this deficit? It's looking difficult. Nova on the DK. Right clicks, and he's dead! He's just dead! GG! What? 2-0! 1-0 with the 2-0 against Happy. Happy losing to the Naga on map 1, then trying himself with the Naga. That don't work. And just like that, 1-0 is up 2-0 in this best of 7. And if he wins the next map, then likely this series is already over. Well, who would have expected this, huh? Happy, who looked so strong in this tournament, so strong ahead of today, is experiencing real trouble. Is kind of getting outplayed every step of the way. So wild, dude. So wild. On his way into the grand final, Happy has lost only 3 maps. He lost 1 map to Soen, 2 maps to Lawliot, and that was it. 3 maps lost for the entire path into the grand final. By 1-0 now up 2-0. With the possibility to take the 3rd map from him already on map 3. What is going on here, boys? What is going on here? Kind of wild. Well then. Happy, if you want to start a comeback, right now is the time. No time like the present, as they say. I am quite surprised, man. In the series against Blade, 1-0 was showing big time mistakes, then improving on his play against Lawliot in the previous match, and now playing his best by far today against Happy. Improving series upon series apparently is 1-0 with the fever. He's in the fever dream right now. If 1-0 wins today, it's going to be a 2-2 split between Happy and him. With 1-0 winning one B Cup so far. B Cup 12 and Happy winning B Cup 11 and 13. The Undeads have been dominating for months. When was B Cup 11 actually? It's quite a while ago, right? Started in July. Back then we had the Happy versus Lin grand final. Where Happy took the 5-0. Back then, Lin defeated 1-0 in the lower bracket, but of course, in this tournament, it was a narrow win for 1-0. Eliminating Lin, eliminating Labby, eliminating Blade, eliminating Lawliot. 1-0 has been the killer. Now, getting closer to killing Happy as well. Not what I was expecting, to be honest. Is ping equalized? Yes. They're playing on ping equalizer. Remo, let's be honest, 1-0's micro, Fiend micro is just better than Happy's micro for Fiends. Disagree. I disagree. I think Happy just ends up behind in the late game. That's what kills him. To be honest, also, I think Fiend Micro in Undead Mirror is kind of easy. I think Happy doesn't have the ability here to show his full potential with Fiend Micro. Fiend Micro is especially difficult against Night Elf, and also more difficult against Human. If you compare Happy and 1-0 in their Fiend Micro against Human and against Night Elf, where you have to manage more things, where you have to be faster with the reactions, that's, I think, where Happy is still much better. If you want to make a case that is Undead Mirror, Fiend Micro is better, 1-0s, then maybe But honestly, I think there's not that much to do in Undead Mirror. You just have your front lines, and then you target units, you kite back. It's not that complicated, to be honest. It's the other matchups where the micro gets much harder. Our third map will be Amazonia. This is where Happy has the option to perhaps play a different style. Ghoul opening can be quite strong on AZ. The mirror is much more explosive though. 1 second of hesitation and your Lich Fiend is dead. I mean, the Lich always has an invuln. That's what always protects him. But yeah, if you want to have perfect coils, you have to react faster. But having the anticipation and reaction time, I think that's much easier than always positioning perfectly and kiting perfectly against Night Elf and human armies. I think that's the much more difficult part where Happy excels. But anyways. 1-0 with a perfect day so far today. How far can he take it in the end? Looks like our observer tool took a bit of a nosedive again. Let me restart that real quick. But look at the openings. We have a Tet Fiend opening here. This must be 1-0. And indeed it is. And Happy is going for the Ghoul opening for the first time. Happy is trying to take the lead early game. He's trying to take initiative, win the momentum, get ahead on tempo. With faster creeping, with lots of ghouls, taking on the early camps. Alright, now we got the overlay correct. With ghouls, you can creep extremely well on this map. Question is Lich or DK? I think both are possible. And it's DK. You can creep 2, 3, possibly even 4 camps quickly with ghouls here. Much, much, much faster than with the slow Tet Fiend build. The ghouls will be getting weaker later on. That's when the fiends take over towards 50 supply. I love this ziggurat in front. It can be upgraded into a Nerub. A little bit of lightning shield creeping here can work out quite well. And 1-0 creeping the orange camp over here. Not harassing early on, but trying to creep up a little bit himself. Of course, Happy will be faster. Acolyte steals would help a lot. Oh, Happy has to make sure not to deny anything, and of course he didn't. Took some damage from the camp, but that's why he's got the ritual dagger. One-0 was quite lucky with items before. So far, nothing too amazing, but gets to circle it again.
A player's forces are under attack.
Gloves. Hood. No, wait. Cloak, I mean. And look at 1-0. He's creeping here just with skellies. Going for the Kobold camp already. And Happy, wait. Wait, Happy played a ghoul opening just to have 3 ghouls at the start, but then still going quickly into fiends. So this isn't exactly a ghoul opening.
Forces are under attack.
Just 3 ghouls into fiends after. Ambitious try here by Happy with lots of skellies, though he can make it work. 2 coils to get the item. Lion Horn, pretty good. But 1-0 is getting 3 of the center camps. Both kobolds. I mean, both troll camps and a kobold camp. And it looks like 1-0 again has the better creep route here. Happy's trying to get the next merc camp, maybe. But he is spotted. Happy was healing for a good while. DK took quite some damage, but the Ritual Dagger also healed up for a lot. And both are looking towards this merc camp. Big item up there. Level 3 has been achieved. 1-0. Could look for the big steal here. Prevent level 3 on the enemy DK. Oh, and he wants to get the item as well. And he will. 1-0 again, taking the lead early with the creeps. Better items as well. Happy though, killing the Skelly. Gets the level 3 at last. But this is again a lead for 1-0. Not a huge lead this time. He didn't get a fiend kill. He's not super far ahead on items and XP, but he's a little ahead.
A player's forces are under attack.
This is the calm phase of the Fiend Mirror. Before we got tier 3 orb. Triple hero. Possibly destroyers. Happy a little hurt on his fiends here. And he doesn't want to give away the Merc Camp. If Happy gets the item here, this would give both big Merc Camp items to him. He's a statue though. Tier 3 comparison, by the way. Neck and neck. Super close. Nova secures the last hit. Bad item for 1-0. Scourge bone chimes only. It's a lot of fiends very hurt over here. But 1-0 saves them all. Pulling back. He's got the coils ready for the heal. A second circlet purchased. This is what Happy started doing. Investing lots of gold on circlet items. Pretty expensive, but of course always helpful for the heroes. Lots of value over time. You can see 1-0's Lich is way stronger. Way stronger than Happy's Lich. Daytime now. Invulns become available for the first time. Coil Nova to secure that last hit. Sentry wards will give quite a bit of vision. But Happy has to back off. He has to get his Orb of Corruption. He is going Crypt Lord 3rd again. I'm a big fan of Crypt Lord. It is in fact my favorite hero in the game. But this is such a difficult map to creep him on, isn't it?
A player's forces are under attack.
1-0 here. Quickly going for the next big camp. Knows that Happy isn't ready yet without Orb, without 3rd hero. Trolls with the ensnares can make things a bit hairy here. Impale though can be a big game changer. First impale didn't land too well, I would say. And there's only one more. Coil comes in, saving the Lich. Nova forces the coil on the enemy Lich. Happy second hero, very hurt as well. Statues in the back are healing. Happy lost one Fiend already, and now he loses the second. And there's nothing going down for 1-0. Nothing going down yet. He wants to get the item here as well. Happy trying to steal it. Doesn't get it. DK picks it up. One of Mana Steal, super good. Also against the opponent, stealing the mana away. 1-0, absolutely owning this fight again. At the moment, the impales just weren't good enough. There's one more impale. What is it with so much more mana though? Still the one of Mana Steal. Easy coil, easy save. Lich taking some damage here, but the circlets, man, also protecting the Lich quite well. Happy getting out microed every step of the way. When do we ever say that? Silence. Cryptlord here, not really able to present his full potential since he's so low level. But an A-bomb now coming in for more normal damage. Happy finally gets the first Fiend kill. 10 minutes into the game. Happy kills the first Fiend. But he's been losing so much. That is another statue going down. Plus 2 more Fiends earlier. One of Mana Steal, and Happy's heroes are just forced to watch. Off to the side. GG it is! 3-0 lead for 1-0 in this grand final. The Cryptlord is absolutely not working out so far for Happy. A bit questionable to play the hero on this map, where there's no creep possibilities for him. And I am almost in shock. 3-0 for 1-0. Close to blowing Happy out of the water. Who would have expected this? Series is not over. If there is a player to come back from the 0-3, it is Happy. But this also doesn't seem to be Happy in killer shape exactly today. Is 1-0 just going to stomp his way through today? It could be a 4-0-4-0 against Lawliot and then Happy. That would be wild. How high is the ping? It's around 150 for both with ping equalizer. Not ideal playing conditions, but the best we can manage. The War3 Champions servers are a bit better with the China North server. But we are playing this on KK. That is the decision in the new season. Happy has finally reclaimed first place in the ELO standings. This might change by this next Saturday. ELO's always reset on Saturday. And with the 0-4, Happy is standing to lose a lot of points. Slightly ahead of Lin at the moment. 1-0 in rank 5. He might be shooting up, surpassing Starbuck, I imagine, after these wins today. A 4-0 against Happy. This never happens. We have 1 or 2 minutes, too. I mean, it's not a 4-0 yet. Don't get me wrong. It's not a 4-0 yet. But out of curiosity, when was the last 0-4 for Happy? 1-3, 1-2, 0-2, 2-3, 0-3. Oh, 0-3 here against 40. 0-3 against Lynn. Wait, I may have to scroll for a while here. 0-1, 2-3, 1-2, 2-3, 1-4, 1-2, 1-3, 0-2, 0-2, 2-3. Dude, when was the last 0-4 for Happy? 0-2, 1-3, 1-3, 1-4. Oh, 1-4 against 40. That was one of the most decisive losses we've seen from him. Where is the 0-4? Where 0-5 also counts. Another 1-4 here. 3-4 against 1-0. 2-3, 1-3. Where's the 0-4, bro? I'm on page, what is that, 7? Page 7, no 0-4. Oh, this page is basically only wins. Best of ones, best of ones. Page 10. There must be a 0-4 somewhere. There's only one loss on this entire page, by the way. Look at that. 2023, a single loss against Sock. Everything else was wins. One loss to Kaho. Zero 2, 2 4. Dude. A 3-4, 0-2, 1-3, 3-4. A 3-4, 1-2, 1-2, 0-3. Oh, 0-3 against Lynn. This one was close. Dude, he's played so... I'm on page 15. I'm still in 2023. Game is not started yet, guys. We have a little bit more time to look. 1-4 against 1-0 there. 0-3 against 1-0 here. The thing is, we don't have many best of 7 series in general. 4-0 against Colorful. That's the other way around. Oh, look at this page, by the way. 2022. Not a single loss for Happy on this entire page. There must be 1-0-4 somewhere, right? 0-3 against Soen. Back to Warcraft Weekly Cup. Okay, our game is about to start. Hold on. It would, of course, be one of the sickest comebacks ever as well. I didn't find a 0-4 for Happy. I'm gonna continue looking after this map. Whether he wins or loses, don't matter. Okay, hold on. I gotta restart the overlay real quick. Happy in the red now. Is this gonna be our last Gamba of the day, folks? Or will we have more? Hammerfall for map number 4. It could be a historic win for 1-2-0. Nobody beats Happy 4-0. I've looked through 20 pages of results. Not once has Happy been 4-0'd. 1-2-0 has the chance to do it today. Tet Fiend opening again on both sides. Happy has the chance of a crazy sick comeback here. If he manages the reverse sweep now. But 1-0 has been looking damn tough to beat. Levels and items seem to have made a big difference this series.
Players' forces are under attack. $250,000 points on Happy. Alright. Alright, let's see if you go home rich. Little bit of skelly squabbles early on. This is going to be very little creeping again. This could once more be a great position for a Naga. Tech timing, we have very similar. A little bit of skelly harass here in the main base, but shouldn't make much of a difference. Gold-wise, it is a 20 gold lead for 1-0. Hardly anything. These turtle camps are important. Good experience and also items. Claws of attack, gloves of haste. Those will have lots of value. 1-0. Ooh, almost didn't get the last hit, but Happy a little too late with the coil. Again, a little bit too late. And when things are this close, of course the ping comes into play. Players' forces are under attack.
Death Knights here, taking a bit of damage. 1-0. Early on buying the circlets. I'm quite surprised that Happy is purchasing these circlets way less. Because they seem to work out really well so far. Both the DKs only level 1. This again is a great game for Dark Ranger. Little Hydra hatchling. Always a bit scary to go up against. New rod for 1-0. Contesting the middle again. This game is screaming for a Naga. Happy has a better position on the tavern right now. But 1-0's tier 2 is faster just a little bit. And there she is. We got the Naga second. And Happy has to give up the middle. This is going to be the second item. Or, no, wait, Happy doesn't give it up. Never mind. He's got his own Naga coming out. Coil on the Skelly. Okay. DK got the gloves of haste over here, by the way. We got double gloves now on 1-0. It might cost him the Naga in the end. Fiend and Skellies. Lots of Skellies. Clearing the camp. Naga's gonna go down. One more coil. And she's gone. Takes a long time, though. There we go. Naga dies. DK, though, still no level 2. And look at 1-0. He's not wasting his time. He's trying to creep this camp. Ooh, this is taking a lot of time. And a lot of HP. DK might go down here, actually. Oh! Death Knight, level up, invuln. Oh my god. This was not worth it. 1-0. Committing a bit too hard for this. Fiend went down as well. Wait. Did 2 Fiends go down?
A player's forces are under attack.
No, there's 1 Fiend left here. Okay. Happy. Back in the race. Big mana potion for him. Happy says, not so fast. Not so fast. Not just yet. This might not be the first 0-4 ever.
But it could be. Really good damage items here on the Naga. But Happy has the experience lead this time. Double level 2 nice and early. And tier 3 wise, we are pretty even. A little bit of a lead for 1-2-0.
Player's forces are under attack.
Happy has very few damage items though. Would love some claws plus 8 here. Pendant of Energy is okay. Not amazing. We're happy here. We have the Talisman of Evasion. Not gonna sell it.
A player's forces are under attack.
He sold the 15-second invuln? Oh yeah, you're right. That's kind of weird. You need an invuln on the Naga. Ring and Talisman now in the DK. Tanking him up a lot. About to get level 3. Happy's best spot yet, moving towards tier 3. Oh, but 1-0 has the faster Lich. By a good margin, 30 seconds or so ahead. Ooh, aggressive coils right onto the Naga. Happy has lots of mana thanks to the pot.
A player's forces are under attack.
Little pothead. Out comes the Lich. Happy looking for more creeps. This camp's gone. But there's still 5 camps up in the north. Happy now in the most important quadrant of the map. So much experience here. How did the Lich get slowed?
Player's forces are under attack.
Weird. Naga gonna get level 3 here, but it's gonna take a while. Solo creeping for the level up. Happy getting level 3 as well. Mana Stone. Oh my god. Insane items for Happy now. Not the craziest claws, but amazing consumables. Can 1-0 even manage a win here? So far 1-0 got ahead early and then was able to push the game across the finish line. But now Happy is the one with the lead. Oh, the Geomancer here still slowing Happy down a little bit. We got heal wards in the back. No silence, of course, so you can rely on your spells. But Nova Fork Lightning can still do big damage. Happy falling back a little bit. First attack upgrade for both. What's Happy waiting for?
A player's forces are under attack.
A little more creeping. Oh, Lich on 1-0 is giga stacked. But no invuln, this is a big risk. 1-0 has no invul potions on his heroes. Happy should just go for the hero focus here, I think. Naga now exposed. Coil Nova right onto her. Yeah, that was just an invite. Ooh, heal scroll saves her last second. No web. 1-0 forgot about web. And the coil just finishes off the Naga. And this might just be game. Nova, Fork Lightning. At least one more kill. DK very sturdy. Tough to bring down. Oh, and Happy locks in the surround. A little bit of a show-off play towards the end of this game. Nova in the back. DK might survive, but the Fiends are going down. Mana Potion, Fork Lightning, a bunch of kills. And Happy will not lose 0-4. Might not win this grand final, but this map must be his. Happy finally able to get a lead early and convert it. Yeah, selling that invul potion was a very unusual choice. He did kind of come to regret it. Of course, losing the Naga and losing the Fiend in the early game, that set him pretty far behind right away. The space looks weird. Like there's missing something. Happy now with all the advantages. Almost level 3 on the Lich. DK almost level 4. And just simply a much bigger army. Which they're almost going down. Oh, focus on the DK. Happy. Struggling on the first hero all of a sudden. Passing the invuln. But there's level 3. Now we got the level 2 Nova. Quite a bit more scary as well. Zero, though he's trying to claw his way back. He's still with a clear deficit here, but he's got his triple hero again. He's got one statue at least, although that one is basically out of mana. 50 supply for him against Happy's 61. Engaging the camp at the same time. Ambitious by Happy, but he's feeling strong enough with his big army. Level 2 Nova advantage as well. Nagas both out of mana for the time being. Coil Nova long range. The Naga, no protection this game. And that is gonna put Happy on the board finally. Gets the first map in this grand final. Will not be clean swept by 1-2-0. And is now starting to hope for the comeback. Still a long way to go though. Still a long, long way to go for a possible comeback. But this is where it would start. Can Happy manage 4 maps in a row for a crazy comeback? Or is that too much to ask? Next map invite is Concealed Hill. Should probably be more of the same. Ted Fiends all day today here in this grand final. Alright, and we haven't finished our investigation yet, by the way. Alright, we are in the results page for Happy. We're looking if there ever was a 0-4. Of course, 4 zeros he's had a ton of times over his career, but we're on page 22 right now. I have not seen a 0-4 yet. And we will not see one today, but I'm curious. Has there ever been a 0-4 for Happy? 0-2, 0-2. Nope. How far do we have to go back? This is almost an entire page of only wins. Just one loss to Lawliot. Yeah, this was the DreamHack era, where Happy would never ever lose. Here he lost with Orc. Lost to Hawk one time. In the Warcraft Champions finals. I don't even remember that. That's another full page of wins for Happy. Dude, the DreamHack days were so sick. DreamHack, he was just untouchable. Except 1 or 2 seasons by Foggy and Vortex. I'm still looking for the 0-4. Have not seen it yet. Win, 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 win. Yep. These are lots of ESL Open Cup days where he also faced weaker players. Where's the 0-4? There must be one somewhere. (1-3) versus Blade. Ah, he was playing Night Elf. Let's see. So he lost 0-2 versus Fly twice in WGR. Doesn't exactly count, but yeah. Yeah, back then, Happy's big weakness was against Orc. Losing to Cash once. I remember that. I remember that game. They got crit a bunch of times. 0-3 versus Infi. That was a 6 series. I remember that. Losing against 1-2-0. I guess some things never change. 1-3 versus Lin. I'm not sure if back then we even ever had best of 7s is the thing, you know? We're in 2019 right now. 1-4 against Lawlight. Ooh. Here Happy came really close to losing 0-4. But not quite. Oh, he lost to Lucy. Wow. That was a long time ago. Lost to Orc Worker. What the hell happened there? Capsule Cup. I don't think we ever casted the Capsule Cup. Okay, we're on page 44. Couple of losses to Focus. Oh, we're in the Jera Cup days, boys. We're in the Jera Cup days. You guys remember? But this was the late stage of the Jera Cup, where Happy played. Early days of the Jera Cup, Happy never played, and we just had lots of Night Elves. I think it took over 70 Jera Cups for an Undead to finally win. Lucy came close once, but never made it. Not sure if Chechi was still playing then. Okay, 1-3, 1-2. Jera Cups, Jera Cups. There must be a more efficient way to look through this, but we're almost done now. Rudan. 2016. I miss Rudan. He was a cool guy. I think we're almost at the end. Sort of. Focus, Orc Worker. No. Oh! We're almost on the last page. 1-2 to Foggy. 0-2. 0-2. 1-2. 0-3 against Life. Was to Passion back then. Moo Cup. This is the last page. Page 52. On War 3 info. And Happy indeed has never once since that time lost 0-4. Today could have been the first time in 10 years for someone to beat Happy 0-4, but it was not meant to be. Happy got at least one map. Can he possibly manage the comeback from here? me a moment. Let's start a new Gamba. Map number 5. Okay, we got Happy in the red again. Wait. 1-0 is playing a ghoul opening. What? What? I'm very surprised by this. Normally 1-0 always plays Ted Fiends. I have double checked the names twice, and indeed 1-0 is in the blue here. But it's not a real ghoul opening. He made the graveyard now. He just has a slightly delayed altar and a faster crypt. Might be a faster tech then, we'll see.
A player's forces are under attack.
I was getting a bit overexcited. Alright, here we got the tech. And that is indeed a little bit faster than Happy's tech. By 15 seconds, maybe? Somewhere around there.
A player's forces are under
Unfortunate start for Happy. Only Ring of Protection for him. This is a very difficult map to stack up your heroes. There's not many camps for Claws. There's not many camps for things like Mantle. Also a problem that the Blade Master oftentimes experiences on this map. Decent items for 1-2-0. DK tanking up pretty well. This is really good in the early game. More strength, more armor, if it should come to early skirmishes. Late game, though, you want to have damage on your ranged heroes. Happy walk up the creeps here with the Acolyte, triggering more Inner Fire and more Bloodlust. That's a neat little touch. Makes this camp actually very difficult for 1-2-0. And what's Happy doing? Happy is coming for the Creepjack. Oh! Happy now the one being aggressive. 1-0 though, ready to receive the opponent. Very even, experience-wise. With that, creeping and leveling halts again after level 2. Or does it? Happy actually trying to creep the green camp here away from the opponent. And Happy is getting a little ahead here early on. Didn't get the full camp though, just got the one kobold guy. There's a sheep still up here. Happy could use the rod. It's a bit risky here with the ensnares. If your fiend gets ensnared, it might be tough. No Naga this time, apparently. One to 0 seems to be stabilizing though.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, Happy wants to get the spider crab. And with the coil, gets it, picks up the tome. Decent start for Happy. The tiniest of leads, maybe. Moving to the mid game. Fast slaughterhouse by Happy. Slightly delayed on the Lich. Red camp always a big prize. Early Lich for 120. Happy has to wait a little bit longer, but in exchange he's got the statue faster. What's going to be valuable? More valuable in the end, we'll see. Oh, Nova on the DK, but that's one of only 2 Novas that you have at the start. And here comes the statue for Happy. This is the X Factor now. Statue and Lich arriving at the same time. Power spike for Happy. But 120 statue is right behind. Tier 3 done. Very important last hits here. Very important items. There we go. Orc being picked up. No gold available at the moment for the Dark Ranger. Need a bit more. This time I would certainly expect a Dark Ranger for Happy. Cryptid experiments haven't really worked out too well. Also the question here, who the creeps are gonna start attacking. Who they're gonna be mad at. Orgalord especially has quite a dangerous right hand. As Neo knows. Dark Ranger added now. That should be the last hit for 120. Now gets... Wait, didn't get the item! Didn't pick it up! He got the experience, but Happy yoinked the item. Medallion of Courage, great for the Lich. Steals one last hit here. Still no third hero though. Double silence prevents the coil. Pretty even exchange, I guess. 120 got more experience, but Happy got the big item, and that is indeed a great item for the Lich. And now, finally, the Dark Ranger.
Players' forces are under attack.
Eer0 with a first time sub. Welcome. Big mana potion. Happy here finding quite a few amazing items. Agi Tome for the Dark Ranger, exactly. Stack up her Agi. Oh, but 120 has a huge experience lead on the third hero. And Dark Ranger experience is important in this matchup. Level 2 for Black Arrow and level 3 for the upgraded skeletons is really strong in Fiend Mirror. Creeping continues. Question is, when creeping is done, is Happy gonna have level 3 on Lich and Dark Ranger? If not, then I guess 120 will be quite a bit ahead. Yeah, sending the DK away, I think is the right call. We need the other heroes to level up here. Quel'Thala's boots! Ooh, nice for the Dark Ranger. It's a lot about hero strength in the end. Happy rebought a TP in case he's gonna get attacked in the main base. Destroy the beast. Normally not that reliable when there's destroyers on the field. Ring of Regen. It's an okay item, I guess, for the DK. Not amazing. And here indeed is the push for 120. He doesn't have a TP, so he doesn't want to go too deep into the main. He just wants to force Happy back to TP, back home, and stop him from creeping. He's going pretty deep here, by the way. Wait. 120. Are you a bit too deep here, buddy? I wonder.
Could be a big silence, but Happy can dispel it right away, and that he does. Nova hitting big on both sides. Heal Scroll comes in, saving the Fiend here for the time being. Happy struggling with his own Fiends. Coil not in time. Now it's there. Destroyers in the air. Lots of damage also from the Orb of Annihilation. And I have no idea who's getting the better exchange here. Dark Ranger in trouble as well. Silence on the DK, but the Coil's there just in time. Dispel, I think, was used. Lich low HP. Dark Ranger as well. Lich survives with the Invoke Potion. Enemy Dark Ranger is dead. Mana Potion used. Happy has more mana to spend. Two Fiends in the back. Super hurt. Should be going down here if 1-0 has the overview, which he does. With Frostborn gets 2 kills, but also Happy getting more. 1-0 going so deep into the enemy main base, very scary, and looks like he's getting punished for it. But then again, both are suffering heavy losses. 1-0 is still ahead on supply, in fact. Destroyer here, nicely done by Happy, finding another kill on the exit. Another Fiend dying over to the side. Lich, low HP, but has a heal potion. With that, he's safe. Also Ring of Regen helping him, selling the Wand of Illusion. And now we might be in Destroyer Mirror territory. Happy hunting for another kill. Nova is cooling down. It's ready now. Nova's in. And he's close to getting the kill on the Lich, or at least force that invuln. 1-0 in full retreat. Destroyers. Destroyers. Up above. Death from above, possibly. Oh, one more swing. 30 HP. Ooh, on the statues. Oh, 7 HP in the end. Barely able to save himself, but the statues here in the main base, 2 about to go down. Statue repair not in time. DK gets level 4. Happy taking control, it seems, of this game. Another Fiend up for grabs. Dark Ranger still benched for a little while. Happy trying to press his advantage. Another heal potion needed, or a coil in this case. Ring of Regen has actually been amazing on Happy. Healing up the Lich slowly over time, along with light, along with statues. Another Destroyer goes down. Lich for Happy now, low HP. Dark Ranger's back, but there's a Nova and a kill. Silence was in, but 1-0 has to tap out. GG. And guess what? We are not done yet. Happy kicking into overdrive. Wins this map as well. Going toe-to-toe with 1-2-0. Contesting everywhere on the map. Fighting for every creep and every item. Does edge out ahead. Very risky play by 1-2-0. Pushing so deep into Happy's main without a TP. I think if Happy had microed that better, he would have been smashed even harder there. But Happy does do it well enough, semi-trapping the opponent in the main. And so Happy wins map number 5. All of a sudden, the score is 2-3. If Happy wins the next map, then we're all back to even. It seemed like we were so close to a 4-0. Would have been a historic result that no one has ever managed against Happy. But Happy's battling his way back. Moving away from the Naga, moving away from the Crypt Lord seems to be working out well for him. I guess he won on Hammerfall with the Naga. Especially the Crypt Lord, though, didn't work out too well today. Oh my, oh my. This series is still not over. One to 0. Can he keep his nerves together? Is he getting maybe a bit exhausted? We have to remember that 1-0 started playing today roughly 5 hours ago. Almost 5.5 hours ago. It's been a long, grueling day for 1-0. Happy tends to sometimes get stronger throughout the course of a series. Certainly seemed to be looking that way here. Maps 1 and 2 and 3
were all won very decisively by 1-0. Happy if he wins here would be his third B-Cup win over the course of 4 tournaments. And would be an insane comeback reverse sweep. But 1-0, of course, here still with 2 match points. Still with the chance to close it out. And dethrone Happy. In B-Cup 13, it was also 1-0 in the grand final. Then he lost with 2-4 against Happy. These undead players have been passing first place back and forth between each other. What will the next map bring? We can start the Gamba already for map number 6. It's going to be an old classic once again, Last Refuge. This was one of the first maps where the aggressive Naga second style really started to look strong, started to look promising. Especially in 1-0's hands, has looked quite powerful. Ancient of Wonders Cup, which has also been going on today, by the way. Team Lin versus Team Fortitude is 2-2 right now. And the last match is going to be Lin versus Yumiko. Lin will be the big favorite. Unless there's a huge surprise. Thank you, Kevin, with the resub. Kevin the Legend says rookie numbers. 61-month resub. I would say that's more than a rookie. That is more than 5 years. That's super awesome, man. Thank you. Where can we watch Lin playing? He is playing on Infi's stream. But of course, we're going to stick with the grand final here. And we're going to find out if Happy can manage the insane comeback, or if 1-0 is going to bring this one home to the motherland. Later on today, by the way, there's also going to be the Creepjack episode. Always Thursdays at 5 p.m. for our German audience. All right. We're in the lobby. We're just waiting for the admins to give the go-ahead. This could be the last map. If 1-0 manages the win now. But of course we want to see map 7. Of course we want to see a map 7. Everything coming down to one last map. Are we gonna get there? We have 500,000 channel points right now placed on Happy. Will he make our viewers happy or not? Let's see. Map 6. Happy in the top right. Starting off with an early crypt. This looks like a ghoul opening. It doesn't have to be. Could just be 3 quick ghouls into graveyard. For more lumber. For a slightly faster tier 2. Would be wild if Happy now played like a Crypt Lord Fast Expo. This could actually be very strong. Ted Fiend's pretty weak against it. But that is not exactly Happy's playstyle. He wants to get tier 3 fast, get triple hero, get orb and destroyers. As you can see here, Happy's going to have 2 ghouls way earlier than 120, so a lot more lumber for him early on. Will there be a graveyard or not then? And there's no ziggurat coming for Happy, so this should be graveyard up next. Yep, okay. This might be the new build to aim for in this matchup. Happy sees the Ted Fiends on the other side. Oh, and he can creep with 1 ghoul, possibly. There's the corpse. And creeping this camp with 1 ghoul is quite a bit easier. Tech just a little tiny bit ahead for Happy. Messing with the creeps a little bit. Oh, and all of a sudden the Murlocs get involved as well. Is that exactly intentional? I'm not sure. Happy is taking longer to creep the camp though. Only ring for him, pretty unlucky. But there are tons of claws possibilities on this map. Nice play with the Acolyte here. There was keeping it alive for a long time. And now he's going to get the level 2. There we go. Ring and Slippers. Not the most amazing items. Ring and Slippers for both. We're keeping things fair. Zero is a little bit faster with the creeping though. Going for the natural already. Taking a bit of damage from the creeps, but he should be alright. Taking damage on the Fiend? What? He took like 300 damage on the Fiend. That did not seem necessary. It's a lot of creeping here again at the start. Ooh, double ring for Happy. That's pretty unlucky. If he ends up getting triple ring, that will be super unlucky.
Players' forces are under attack.
Claws of attack for 1-0. He's going to be looking pretty with his items. Gloves, also decent. Happy now picking up level 3 as well. And 1-0 with an... What? How's he going to kill this Ogre-Lord? Can't surround him. 2 coils, I guess? That costs a lot of mana and HP. Okay, Medallion of Courage is a good item, but look how low his tempo is now. Low HP and low mana. And Happy got the big heal potion. And Happy's gonna get both these center camps. 1-0 normally, I would say, has better creep routes than Happy, but this one looks very, very risky. Happy's creep route here, in my opinion, much better. Double heal pot. Big advantage for the fights. Even gonna sell one of them. He feels like he doesn't even need a second heal potion. That's more gold for him. But the Lich for 1-0 is gonna be very strong. Once he's given all these items. Happy has no skellies left, however. 1-0. Ah, he brought new rod with a Lich. I love that. That should secure the next item for him as well. Skellies here this early on tier 2, still very, very strong. Oh, Nova on the DK. Nova also on Happy's Death Knight, but he's got the heal potion. And the DK is stuck! Step Bro is stuck over here. And he's dead! Nova goes down. Uh-oh! Block against the Lich! Desperate Nova against the enemy DK. But again, he's got rings and he's got a heal potion. Trying to get in range for the next Nova. This game's over, isn't it? Oh, Happy! Looking for the double hero kill. Chasing after the Lich. Tavern Res. Trying to save him. With the Tavern Res with the aura, he might be saved. Oh, Happy! Gets the item here as well. Lich picks up the gloves. At least the Lich survives for 1-2-0, but there was an expensive Tavern Res. And Happy might also get the red camp here. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, he's back. Happy's back in the race. Quick Overlord surround. He's gonna get the next big item. Medallion of Courage also for him. Good item on the Lich. Great item, in fact, on the Lich. Happy did buy double circlets this game, by the way. Finally investing again heavily on hero items. DK should stay out of experience range here, and he does. Belt is a weak item. That one might be sold. Rune Bracers can be great if your hero gets Nobud, but useless if that's not the case. Dark Ranger 2. Lich almost 3. Happy picking up the orb. It feels like Happy has the momentum here. Tome for the Dark Ranger. 1-0 pushing towards Happy's side of the map. Happy close to 2 big level ups. DK4 and Lich level 3. Silence to prevent the Nova, but there's a coil still. But 1-0 secures it with his own coil. Silence on 1-0's heroes, but pulling back well. No fiends are too exposed. Happy getting one last hit. Almost level 3. He's about to lock in the level up. The level advantage on the Lich. There it is, level 3. Happy keeping the ring by the belt on the DK. Extremely tanky Death Knight here.
Player's forces are under attack.
Going for a heal scroll as well. Oh, ensnare on the Fiend. Double ensnare. Uh-oh. Silence comes in. First Fiend dead for sure. Doesn't even need the Nova for it. Nova in the back. Happy changing targets right away. Going for the other Fiend. Here comes the coil. He missed the silence, I think. But Happy's the one losing the Fiend. Getting one in return, though. And getting another. 1-0 all of a sudden only has 2 Fiends left. Happy with 5. Huge advantage for Happy. Could perhaps even think about an expansion now. But right now just focused on this fight. Happy's DK close to 4. Way more mana than 1-2-0. And of course the level 2 Nova advantage is huge. Oh, Lich though for Happy in trouble, but the heal potion's there to save him. Ankh to bring the DK back from the dead. DK in a bad position, by the way. Horrible position. Getting blocked by the statues. DK getting right clicked down. Death Knight goes down, healer is dead, and the game ends with Happy claiming yet another map. 3 maps running for Happy. This grand final now totally up in the air again. All the momentum with Happy. After it looked like he was about to get 4-0'd for the first time in a decade. But Happy says no. Happy says, how could you ever doubt me? How could you ever doubt me? Don't you dare. Three maps in a row for Happy. Can he really make it the reverse sweep? Can he reverse sweep 1-2-0 after he had such a sick start? 1-2-0, that is. Who won last map? Autumn Leaves. Autumn Leaves will be the map to decide it all. B Cup 14, up in the air. Crazy grand final, 1-2-0. What a start he had. 3-0 lead versus Happy. I thought we were going to lock in. We were going to lock in that 4-0 for the first time ever. But it was not so. One last map. There will be one last map. There will be one last Gamba. Who is going to be favored? The last map of B Cup 14 is coming up, folks. Like I said earlier, we're going to have a second stream today when it's going to be time for the Creepjack episode. That's right. Creepjack episode at 5 o'clock in around 1 hour. One last map. What is that gonna be? More of the same, probably. Undead Mirror, Tet Fiends, a fight for experience and items in the early game, and then a micro battle in the late game. Happy, of course, now feeling quite energized after the sick comeback. 3 maps brought back. But it's not over yet. 1-2-0 could still close out this grand final in his favor. Steal the title away from Happy. Happy, who is the defending champion from last season. Happy will go Dreadlord first. Bro, that would be so epic. But Dreadlord looks pretty weak, if you ask me. Might not be the best. One last breather. 1 or 2 minutes before our final map kicks off. What's going through 1-2-0's head right now? Hopefully not that much of a fever. I hope he has been experiencing low symptoms today. And what's going through Happy's head? Ice cream money, probably. There's a big prize money difference between first and second place. Second place, $1,400. First place, double that with $2,800, roughly. $7,000 prize money here for this B Cup 14. It's quite a lot of prize money. All right, let's start the Gamba. Our map has not yet started, but should be any moment. Happy's getting his mojo back. Yep, it looked like it. It seemed like Happy had to stare down into the abyss to finally be rattled alive. Alright, let's hope that the servers hold. I've been a bit worried today that there might be some connection bugs, but no. No, it seems like we're alright. Here we go. Happy was in an impossible position earlier. He was down 0-3, but he's brought it all the way back to the final map. Der Lump with the resub. Thank you very much. It says Remo for president. Only president I want to be is perhaps of the Carnival Society in Mainz. But thank you for your vote of confidence. Alright, we see both now with the fast script, so both want to have the ghouls out early, both want to be able to tech quickly, even if it comes at the price of a slightly slower decay. Double Death Knight once again. We didn't see Lich first a single time. DJ Spider-Row with the resub. Thank you.
A player's forces are under attack.
And go Sid with the resub as well. Thank you very much. Alright, we're starting things off slow. Little bit of creeping here at the beginning. Ooh, Happy almost lost the ghoul. This would have been a disaster, actually. That would have been lots of resources lost early in the game. Tech-wise, we have 1-0, a little bit behind.
Forces are under attack.
Just by a hair. But he's creeping a little faster. Wait. Is he gonna creep this camp just with skellies? I guess they both are. Happy again with the ring. Pretty unlucky. Happy has been finding tons of rings. Wants to find more damage, of course. But 1-0 is allowed to creep this camp. It takes a long time, but if you're not harassed, if you're not interrupted, this does work just with DK and skellies.
Forces are under attack.
Claws of attack. There we go. 1-0 starting already to build up and pimp up his Lich. And this is the perfect level 3 creep route if he now gets this natural. This time 1-0's creep route seems to be a bit better, unlike before on LR. It's not a very inventive creep route, this is pretty standard actually. These 3 camps into level 3. And we can see that Happy is clearly behind. Slippers. Ooh. Really good damage items for 1-0.
Happy with double ring. Oh, that's actually very unlucky. That's actually really unlucky. And Happy, of course, not level 3 yet. Deny. Level up prevented. Looks like 120 is in a great spot here. Early. Very early on the map. NLB with the resub as well. Thank you. Wait, it's the first time sub actually. Welcome.
Players' forces are under attack.
Oh, and 120 has slipped the net. He's trying to create this camp away from Happy with a coil. Easily done. Talisman this time not the best item. But more experience going to the DK. Happy seems to find himself a bit behind. 101 bits from Dreamy Warrior. Thank you. A little bit of Skelly harass in the main base. Happy must make sure not to lose acolytes here. As he finally gets level 3. Sentry Ward's actually really good to give him some intel. A little bit of lost mining time here.
A player's forces are under attack.
Happy kept the rings, by the way, on the DK. Having him tanky in the front line is kind of nice, but again, damage seems pretty low on the Hapster. 1-0, kind of bruised though, waiting for that statue to make his life easier. Happy has a lot of vision from the sentries. That's the biggest advantage he has right now. Trying to flank from the side. Could easily force a coil here. Oh, Lich in an awkward position. Happy would love to steal the item right here. He's trying to get to the Wildkin as fast as he can. He's got the sentries. He knows exactly where 120 is. Coil Nova to get the last hit. Zoe Mask. Great find here for Happy. Cost him a lot of mana. But that mana is now being regenerated. Happy playing well around his sentry wards, playing well around the vision. Coil gets another last hit. 1-0. The first one with the orb, however. And the first to get the Dark Ranger. 1-0 also with more mana. Happy was using lots of mana here to get these items and get this experience. Happy now fighting without orb. Very risky. Maybe Happy's just trying to secure last hits with Coil Nova long range. Oh, doesn't use it here. Now we see the Nova. Happy got that last hit. Happy has a bit more experience on the Lich. Very even though. Item should certainly go to 1-0. Happy though could go for a play with silence and coil. Oh, didn't get it. Sentry Ward gave him the vision, but the coil not quite in time. What was the item? One of the wind. That can be really good actually. To prevent coils. Absolutely. Oh, and snares on the fiends. This should be one fiend going down. This one right here. Silence to prevent the Nova, but not for too long. Happy still no orb. And that is the first fiend kill. One to 0 superior damage is becoming more and more visible.
Players' forces are under attack.
Happy who got pretty unlucky with his items here. Got the level 2 Lich lead though, for what that's worth. There's no invulns yet, by the way.
And there's one of the wind. Could be a fight-winning item for 120. Ger Smokey with the resub, thank you. Silence, Nova. Happy gets the return kill on the Fiend. He's got the Destroyer in the air, so he has Dispel against enemy Silence, and there's no web yet. Web coming in only now, the Destroyer Morph making a big difference. Almost getting the surround on the Lich is Happy, locks it in! But the DK for him also exposed. Dispel on the Silence. Happy has his spells available. Here comes the coil, saving the Lich. Happy kind of low mana on the Lich, sort of. And Happy does win this exchange for his consumable. Big item now being picked up for Happy. Everything's still doable here in this game. Big heal potion, great find. 120 would love to get this red camp. If he pulls the camp north, it's going to be hard for Happy to get a proper creep jack going. Level 2 Dark Ranger. Black arrow now for 120. That's a big help as well. Happy... Did he miss the coil last hit? I'm not sure. The big prize is, of course, the granite. 120 has the upgrade lead right now. 1-0 versus 0-0. And he's got more damage on the heroes. 120 has way more damage in general, it seems. On hero and army. And here's the one of the wind. Prevents the next coil. Happy has to morph another destroyer. But Happy's losing way more. Happy's losing way more all of a sudden. Another Fiend goes down. The Wand of the Wind, perhaps the game-winning item. The Lich as well, getting Cyclone. The DK in trouble, falls back though. The Lich is still up in the air. Death Knight safe in the back. And 120 might just have done it. This game might come down to items. Happy's not giving up yet. He's on the chase, but he's down by 10 supply. Looking for a big kill here. He's got one Nova to use against the Fiend and gets the kill. But 120 has a big army here. Levels are equal. Happy still has the heal potion. 10 supply lead on 120 though. And he's got 2-0. 2-0 on the Fiends and more damage on the heroes. Double slippers on the Dark Ranger, by the way. Very lucky. Lucky versus 120 versus unlucky Happy. Superior Fiend count as well. On paper, this looks hopeless for Happy. More reinforcements joining on both sides. Oh, that Nova was a bit wasted. Everything stacked up here for a Nova. Going for the Fiend in the back line, but Happy might be the one to lose the Fiend first. Double statue heal, but Happy also low on 2 of his heroes. Dark Ranger and DK, both low HP. The Sobi Mask is the one advantage Happy has. He's got more mana regen on his Death Knight. But now 120 committing in for the granite. He's getting the item. The question is how much it's going to cost him. Answer, not too much. Nova loses him 1 Fiend, but he got the level 4. He got the item. It's the Warsong Battle Drums. Heal potion there comes into play. Level lead now on the Lich. 120 seems to have this grand final back in his grasp. Happy has to fall back again. Doesn't have the firepower already at the moment. And there's another Nova. There's another Nova, but getting silenced on the Lich. Nova prevented. 120 still 10 supply ahead. Happy needs to get some more level ups. He needs Lich level 3. There's not that many creeps left. The big camp, of course, is the red. That's exactly where 120 is heading. Invul and heal scroll for Happy, but he's so low mana as well. How does Happy hope to win these fights? I think it has to be a chain destroyer morph. I don't see any other way with how far behind he is. He's bringing the ghouls. He's bringing everything he has. Wolves Don't stand long. In we go. Double silence. Happy right away in trouble with his heroes. No destroyers being morphed, by the way. Invo potion forced early on the lich. Happy lost 2 fiends right away. And the golem also working against Happy right now. Throwing his boulders onto Happy's army. Way more fiends. 3 versus 6. 2 versus 6 now. It seems like 1-0 has done it finally on map 7. Almost the reverse sweep, but seems like 1-0 now cannot be stopped. 58 supply. Looking for the W. Looking for Happy to force him into submission. Level 4 and 3 finally on Happy, but he's so far behind on his army. Losing 1 fiend after the next. They're all going down. Level 3 Dark Ranger super strong here as well. And he's going to force it finally. 1-0 does bring it across the finish line on the last meters of this track. Best of 7 grand final goes back to China. 1-0 wins on map 7 and does beat Happy again.